Welcome, bienvenidos. This is Roxana from MetamorphosisRox, the place to be if you want more than tea. I don't know what the stream is going to be because we're having issues with the internet. Something tells me that now that there's more people sitting at home doing stuff, internet is going to become an issue for everybody, not just for me. But today we have a conversation. If this thing decides to do what's supposed to do. Hi, Shelby. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Moody. Hi, Wanda. Hey, Beauty Heathen. Tanya. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that. Like I said, the internet is a little iffy, so just bear with me. Hey, Melody. Hi, Gunny. Hey, Sandy. All right. I'm going to be brutally honest today, and I'm warning you, there might be some language. So if you don't like language, I don't know if it's going to come out or not, but I'm just telling you, I'm warning you right now. Hey, T-Police. Hey, Molly. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Butterfly. Hi, Kaylee. Okay, just so you know, if I forget to tell you hi, I apologize in advance. I got to be honest. This was supposed to be a fun live stream because the point of the live stream was that I'm self-quarantining and it was supposed to be all jokey and whatnot, and something happened last night that turned this upside down, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the craziness. Hey, Lily. I'm gonna try very hard to remain calm, but it's been 16 hours of me just fuming. Like, I was talking to somebody that's very close to me, and I don't think he's ever heard me this ticked off in my entire life. And we've been friends for decades. My husband tried to calm me down. My daughter tried to calm me down, and nobody has been able to calm me the hell down. So that's why I said there might be language. I'm going to try to give you all the whole story. I am going to read whatever I can find of Ellie's live tweets because, of course, she protected her tweets. Because if you have the truth on your side, you're going to protect your tweets. Really? Really? I'm just saying. I'm also going to go into some of the speculation that has gone on. And I'm also going to talk about personal what happened to me and what I know some other people have gone through. And if you hear a lot of it's because I'm trying to calm down. And I'm playing with the stuff I have in front of me. So I'm trying to, She is a coward. Of course she is. I'm amazed she still has because let me start by playing something. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear it. Hopefully you do. But let me start by playing something. I don't know if you're going to hear it. Hold on.
The reality that there is a certain group of people that hold these beliefs and they terrify the Jewish members of the community. So everyone wanted the tea. Everyone wanted closure.
Hold on.
Just for me writing it, one who offered to write it. And I did that because I see harassing, doxing, and threatening.
I'm doing a phone, sorry.
It was, or at least take legal action. Okay, Alexia, that's a very good question.
Here we go.
Pretty much, in the thread, I already explained that I was the one who offered to write it.
She offered to write it.
I did that because I saw Sam trying to name names, and people were not having it, and that's the funny thing.
Thank you, Melissa.
Jen, I would do this for anyone, but especially for you guys. So, okay.
So I I would do this for anyone, but especially just you guys. Answering Jen, I'm assuming Jen MUA, Harley Jen. She's talking about Sam. At this point, I really don't care if Sam knew or didn't know, because let's be clear that one of the people involved in this mess is supposed to be her best friend in real life. So if she's your best friend, you know what's going on, especially if your best friend's partner is involved in this too. Okay? Let's be clear. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it isn't true. I don't care. Okay? The minute this whole thing started, she knew it was them. She could have stopped it, but she didn't. And yes, I do think Hartouche was all they're doing as well. Sorry. I apologize to Hartouche if they had nothing to do with this and they just were innocent bystanders. But to me, I'm sorry. Kind of looks suspicious. Hey, Megan. Who was talking? Elinara, or however you say her name. Because I was going to download Streamlabs here, but I'm having issues with my internet. So I was like, I'm just going to play it and they can hear it. Hey, Vanessa, you did? Is it the whole thing? Because I have part of the thread here. Hey, Beth. Hi, Chispa. So let me go back for a minute so you guys understand where I'm coming from, because it's a lot, okay? That's why I wanted to start early in case I go over. Hey, Millie. No, you don't have to go to Twitter. I'm going to read everything and I'm going to say everything, okay? All right, let's back up for a second. Last night I was having a conversation with somebody that I care about, and they had to go to sleep. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try to make, hey, Joe, how you live and learn? Hey, Dramalyn. I was looking on Twitter for something that had nothing to do with any of this, because like I told you guys, today was supposed to be fun. I'm locking myself in my apartment after I went to my favorite grocery store, aka Whole Foods. And hi, Linda. Linda, I'll put you in. I'm going to start from now, so you're good. So I go to Twitter, and I'm not going to name the person's name that alerted me to the situation. She didn't alert me. She just posted a tweet saying something to the effect of, so it turns out that the whole thing was a lie. Now, for those of you who haven't been here long enough and don't know the story, hey, Demi, hi, Skip. For those of you who don't know the whole story, let me back up. I have been on this channel for about 2 years. I started actually paying attention to this channel when the whole John Cookie and Peter Mon thing happened. That particular, hi, Kelly. Hey, Josh. That particular video got 5,000 views and in like no time, and it was like, it blew up. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to play with this thing. This was supposed to be fun. Yeah, it is, Shelby. And in 2018, end of 2018, my husband lost his job, and somebody, and I don't know, those of you who have been with me for a while probably remember Bo Derek, started trashing me on social media. And I don't mean like a little, I mean like every freaking day. And there was a 5-day period when they tweeted every hour on the hour. Okay? That's what started it for me. And the only crimes that I had committed is that I'm friends with Joe and that I like Paige. Other than that, I hadn't done anything, because I don't usually take sides unless it's something major, okay? So I survived that. Now, I've had 3 big incidents since I started this channel. Except for the person that first doxed me and first threatened me to kill me, everybody else involved in those issues has been associated with this group at one point or another. Whether they're receiving their backing now to harass me or whether they did it before. And I don't care. They're all the same crap, okay? So just so you guys understand, I had a live stream where I was explaining. Obviously, I didn't use the N word because we all know what the N word is, but I started explaining to people what certain terms were that were racial slurs towards my community. And I actually used the words because there was one in particular that starts with the letter B that I didn't know what it meant because it's directed more towards Mexicans. And I didn't know what it meant, and somebody was explaining to me, and I was explaining it to you guys. One of these people that I tell you that I had issues with then went on a live stream and said that I was using racial slurs. And that's when it started getting really bad. Because until then, it was all about me being an e-beggar. Okay? Okay. Mind you, all of these people have PayPal, Venmo, CashApp, GoFundMe, and or coffee under, including Elinara, who has a coffee account, by the way. All of them have some sort of donation page, but I'm the e-beggar. Once this person took it the racial route, I was accused of being a racist apologist, a racist, a xenophobe, a homophobe, you name it, I've been it. Okay? Okay. None of these people know me personally, and many of them have never talked to me in my entire life. Not one DM. Just so we're clear. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm getting to the crying out mental health. Give me out. We will get there. So the thing about it is, for those of you who have never seen the other channel, the Aviddiva channel, I had a live stream. I want to say it was recent. I haven't even looked at it. I haven't even looked at the channel where I explained that I've been through it. And if you don't know what I mean, you'll find out in a minute. So then, I'm being harassed every freaking day. I have received death threats. I think it's too much of a coincidence that I complained about the scams and the scams stopped when I said what I said. Coincidence? You be the judge. I don't think it's a coincidence. But, hey, Megan. So, yeah. I have been named every name on the book. But the whole thing that has to do with this famous thread, which I'm about to read, I'm looking for your freaking message. Which account? Oh, never mind. I found it. Sorry, Vanessa. I'm going to read what I have. If you have more than what I have, just send it to me. Okay. But let me read what I have. So the thing about it was, and I don't know if just so you guys know, if I do that, I'm probably going to lose you for a second because I can't remember how to put the screenshots and see you guys at the same time. Well, actually, you know what? I think I do. So anyway, no, it's not letting me see what you guys were writing. Yeah, it is. So the thing about it is, oops. Oh, okay. In December, I couldn't hold it anymore. I had a personal issue. For those of you who are new here, I had a mystery illness, which, by the way, I had been going to the doctors for. A cane or a walker or anything. I refused. And I was in a very dark place, like the gurus like to say. And I had seriously considered, you know what? Screw it. Just screw it. Forget it. And this whole thing just made it worse. But I decided to get off Twitter, and I went ahead and shut down Twitter. I deactivated the account, and some of you know that I deactivated the entire thing, and I said, screw it. And that was it. That was the end of that, I thought. I come back to Twitter, and on December 19th, which ironically, it's my anniversary with my husband, Elinara had written, I don't know if you say Elinara or let's call her Ellie, had written this long thread because of an account called Hartouche, which supposedly was doxing Sam. Now, mind you, I do have a problem with them bringing up the husband and whether or not she was having marital problems. I don't necessarily think putting out her name was doxing because she had a channel with her name on it. And if you search on Google here for the tea, her full name comes out. Also, I am very aware that, damn it. I'm very aware that, give me a second. Shit. There we go. I'm very aware that yeah, she's so fucking brave. Why she take the damn thing off? Anyway. I'm trying to calm down. No, don't take off. I'm trying to calm down. So anyway, she went ahead and she wrote this thread. And here's the thing. And you know, sometimes you go to school and you take classes that don't make no sense to you. When I was in Puerto Rico, I was forced, Universidad Sagrado Corazón, love my school, but it's a Catholic school, and I was forced to take ethics, morals, and logic 101. Okay? Hey, vegan. So, Logic 101. I'm going to try to explain this as easy as possible so you guys understand my thought process. Not because I think you're dumb, okay? Because that's another thing. Everything I say, oh, she thinks she's so much smarter than the rest of us. Are you freaking kidding me? But anyway, you have an argument. You have A, B, and C. Each sentence is, one sentence is A, one sentence is B, and one sentence is C. A plus B equals C, right? If A is true and B is true, C is true. Because equal to means that both sides have to be the same, right? Now, if A is true and B is false, C has to be false. Because if you have true and a lie, you cannot have a true here. It's going to be a lie. That's what they call, I think it's fallacy. And when I saw the first couple of posts on that thread, I said, thank you, Shelby. I said, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it was January and there were comments after comments after comments, and it's too convoluted. And at the end of the day, if the beginning arguments for your entire thread are false or a fallacy, the entire thing falls apart. I'm not going to waste my time. That's what I said. At which point, T-Trigger, called me ignorant and that I didn't like to read or some shit like that. I don't remember what he said exactly, but he said what he said. I then had a debate with him, and he said to me, well, I can't get into it now. I'm going to go to work, and then I'll go ahead and write you back. He never wrote me back, and you all know that I made fun of him for that. So since I didn't read the thread when it first came out, according to them, I'm going to read it now, and I'm going to read you what I have read and what comes after, and I'm going to tell you where I had an issue, okay? I'm not reading the comments, guys. I am so sorry, but I'm just so pissed off right now because, by the way, we're going to get into why I got pissed off. The thread is not what pissed me off. What happened after is what happened. So, after popular demand, the long-anticipated live thread will collectively try to understand the motive and purpose behind a very special doxing account is here. This live thread will be long, so if you don't want to miss any updates, follow and turn your notifications on. For my new followers, a live thread is one in which I will ask everyone to participate by poll vote or by answering questions. Catch up with my previous threads here. Remember that most of the dates are in Australian time. Let's begin. April 2019, an anonymous account with a profile picture of a Jewish man replied under Here for the Tea's tweet revealing her last name. My first thought was that this was a troll account with the sole purpose of doxing her. Boy, was I wrong. Well, I still think you're wrong because I think you all created the account, but that's another story. What was seemingly I don't know what that word is, so you all know English not my first language. The anonymizing doxing took the ugliest of turns. Here for the T's husband was doxed, and their address was offered to anyone who DM'd them the anonymous account under the pretense of pursuing the couple legally. Was targeted doxing the only purpose of this account? Well, first of all, she had said that I'm trying to move this so I can see what you guys are writing. No, this is the original thread from 2000 December 2019. Here we go. I decided to have a closer look at the messages the account was trying to put out there. It was a long process, but worth every second of it. Starting today, I'm taking down the path of understanding the purpose and goal of Hartouche. And here we go with the part that I saw. This is the first thing I saw. In one of their first tweets, Hartouche chose the insult shrew to refer to here for the tea. I was intrigued by this word choice and I wondered if there was anything hiding behind it. Now, no, I'm going to say it later. Let me read. Hartouche wrote, an advanced shrew plagued by hatred, enslaved to an ego as fragile as thin ice. Intimidation, manipulation, manufactured drama was her flavor. Seeing victims get destroyed with a snap of a finger brought great joy. Hail to the gossip girl. She finally had influence and it was evil. Now, that's some language. Hey, madam, that's some language on. Okay, Google, who wrote Taming of the Shrew?
William Shakespeare was playwright for The Taming of the Shrew.
William Shakespeare, okay. There's a reason why I asked. So, first question of the live stream, of the live thread. Do you believe that the choice of the word shrew has a deeper semantic significance? Explain your choice if you want to. The survey results were 75% yes, 25% no. Now here is where classes that I took that I had no interest in and I had no idea why I had to take them comes in handy. When first university I went to was the University of Puerto Rico, Rio Piedra, la UPR, for those of you who speak Spanish or Puerto Rican. My statistics professor was an expert on statistics. To this day, this guy is the guy they go to do the surveys, the polls for politics, everything, okay? And there is a term that he used with us, which was leading questions. And what he meant was that when you're writing a poll or a survey and you want a legitimate answer to your survey, take away from the fact that it's obvious that when you have an audience on Twitter, your audience is going to be more or less aligned with you. So you already have a certain level of bias on the answers. But if you don't want people to give you the answer that you want, you go ahead and you don't use leading questions. Now, an example, a really stupid example of a leading question. You are a car manufacturer and you want to make a sports car and you decided that you love red and you want the car to be red, but you want to see if your audience is interested in a red car. If you want a legitimate answer to your question, you would ask in the poll, what color do you think about when you think about a sports car? And that way people will white, black, red, blue, whatever the fuck. Now, if you want to use a leading question because you want everybody to say the color that you want, the question would be, do you think of a red, something to the effect of, do you think red would be a good color for a sports car? Let's use that one. You're putting the red and the sports car in the same sentence, you're automatically making people think of red, which is why you don't do leading questions. Now, I read the question again so that you guys understand where I'm going. Do you believe that the choice of the word, you're already making people think about the choice of the word, shrew has a deeper semantic significance? So you're already putting in people's minds that they just chose the word shrew because something's up, okay? Keep that in mind because it'll come in handy later. By the way, I'm reading these in the order that I screenshot them. Hopefully they're in order. I'm not necessarily sure that they're in order. And I'm taking a while because my computer is being a beep. One of the reasons that made me believe the writer behind Hartouche is not very young was the use of the word shrew. Actually, I would have thought they were young because I would have thought college kids, but that's me. That's because the inspiration likely comes from the Shakespearean comedy, The Taming of the Shrew. And this is exactly how this attempt is viewed, a way of taming. Can somebody explain to me where she got taming from the freaking I'm not going to say anything. The mention of Judaism made me wonder if there was any anti-Semitic connotation to the word shrew. I found that Shakespeare's plays were known for the use of racial slurs and that The Taming of the Shrew contains sexist remarks and has been criticized for its misogynistic themes. Hey, Paige. Okay, let's back up for a second and let's talk about William Shakespeare for a second, okay? William Shakespeare was a writer who nobody knows who the guy was because it turns out that it could have been this guy, it could have been this other guy, it could have been this other guy. And he wrote plays that show you a slice of life, okay? There is debate, and it's been going on for 400 years, and I do have the link to the article, and I'm going to link it below when I finish, where for 400 years, people have been, hey, vice versa, people have been debating if he was being racist or not, okay? The same amount of people that say that, yeah, he was being a xenophobe, blah, 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 you have the same group on the other side that are saying, no, he was showing you and he was making fun of the people that were racist. I'm not kidding you. It is what it is, okay? So for you to assume that because somebody picked the word true and they were being xenophobes, it's the first flaw on that whole debate. Let me explain something to you guys. I'm going to have to drink water because I'm just so pissed off still. It is water, okay? It's not vodka. The reason why I know where they're coming from is because when I was in my 20s and my 30s, I thought everything was about race, okay? Everything that happened to me in this country was because I was Puerto Rican. Everything. And then when I got mid-30s, my daughter was about 10, 11, somewhere around there. I realized that I was putting messages in her head without wanting to that were very anti-everybody because of my experience. And I decided that around that time that I was not going to judge any particular situation based on race. I was going to take them on a case-and-case basis. And so I don't live my life thinking that everything that happens to me is because I'm Puerto Rican. I'm aware that some of the things that happen to me are because I'm Puerto Rican, especially living in Florida, but that's not why everything happens. So that whole mentality that everything that happens to Sam is because she's Jewish is bullshit, okay? No, some things happen to you because you're a horrible human being. So that's one flaw on the argument that I just could not get above. But there's a couple more, and one of them involves Paige. Shakespeare is connected to anti-Semitism, especially because of his play The Merchant of Venice. It's no surprise that Hartouche is fascinated by this and takes inspiration for insults from an anti-Semitic, misogynistic writer to attack a Jewish woman. Hey, Coco. Hi, oh, thank you, vice versa. No, Google, I'm not talking to you. All right. So going back to the whole thing about not thinking everything is about race. If I would have noticed this association with Shakespeare, I would have thought this is a college student that is knee deep on English Lit 101 and they're going crazy and they're using Shakespeare. That would have been my assessment. It would have not been, this is an old person that likes misogynistic, blah, blah, whatever the hell she said. Okay? Let's be clear on that. Now, again, if you've actually read Shakespeare, there's a play. Okay, Google, Othello by Shakespeare.
According to Wikipedia, Othello is a tragedy by William Shakespeare, believed to have been written in 1603.
If you see Othello, Othello is black. That particular play is about a black dude in a sea of white people. And it's all about him being the outsider. Let's put it that way, okay? I don't necessarily think that was racist either. The Merchant of Venice is a story about a Jewish merchant who, it's a comedy supposedly. I never thought they were funny, but whatever. And the idea behind the Merchant of Venice is that the only way the guy gets redemption is if he converts to Christianism, okay? Again, we have no way of knowing what Shakespeare's state of mind was when he wrote these. So 400 years later, people are still arguing if they were racist or not. The word shrew is today used as an anti-Semitic dog whistle replacing the word Jew. I have never heard the word shrew used against a Jewish person, but whatever. The account was active for months until the 21st of December. Till then, the profile picture was changed several times, but for the longest time, it was set on the two images shown below. The images are of Caesar, the emperor, okay? Second question of the live thread. Do you think the choice of these profile pictures was random? Again, it's a leading question. Yes, 11.8, no, 88.2. And here is where she lost me. Because after all these arguments that I can debunk, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to read the rest of them, but I'm just telling you where she lost me. Which means I never got to see the page thing until yesterday. Logic. What are you talking about? I'm not using logic. You can't say I'm using logic on the internet. Oh my God, can you open for the love of God? Thank you. The German word Kaiser derives from the Latin Caesar. Nazis took great inspiration from the Roman Empire and even taught in schools that Julius Caesar was Aryan. Combined with Artaud's fascination for Shakespeare and given that one of his plays was Julius Caesar, the rage, which has been adapted later to compare fascist Italy and Nazi Germany, it appears that Hartouche is interested in alt-right beliefs. All right, let's take this from the top. Did Hitler use inspiration from Roman empires to build his Nazi Germany? Yes. That has happened for years. Many leaders, many world leaders have been inspired by previous people, okay, from other countries and from their own country. The example I'm going to give you, if you are old enough or my age, and you remember Clinton when he was running for president, he said he had inspired his career on John F. Kennedy, okay? All world leaders do this, okay? Now it could be said that he modeled a little too much after John Kennedy, but we're not going to go there. Anyway, you cannot assume automatically that anybody that likes Roman history is anti-Semitic, is what I'm trying to say. And as soon as she came with this bullshit, I just said, you know what? No, I'm sorry, but you're grasping at straws. I'm not reading the rest of the argument. But we continue because I am going to read all of them. His use of romance as his profile picture, the misogynistic and anti-Semitic reference of the shrew, and his closing sentence, "Hail to the gossip girl," are his way of giving the Roman salute to the Jewish woman he targets as the Aryan Kaiser Julius. Are you fucking kidding me? While analyzing the tweets of the account, I was hoping that there wouldn't be anything more disturbing to be found. I wanted this to be a sick game that stopped at targeted doxing. Because your targeted attack on a person just because, assuming that Hartouche is not created by you people. The more I read this, by the way, the more I think Hartouche is them too. But that's another story. But the first time Hey for the Tea talked about the doxing, she mentioned security issues. The anti-Semitic dot whistles were attracting extremists. Hartouche went as far as to plan hashtags that would be discoverable but anti-Semites. Follow the pattern, friends. This is something Hartouche wrote. Blah, blah, blah was a failed influencer. I'm assuming their name means Sam. The only way she could get respect was if she started reporting tea. Now she has a few influencer buddies. She will always change the narrative in their favor. Here for the tea, here for the tea too, white supremacy. The only thing that kept this tragedy from getting worse was that the account, and here we go, didn't have big exposure. September 19th, this changed. During an argument with Here for the Tea, Paige retweeted the doxing account. And here is Paige saying, I also want to say that business and work ethic isn't important to someone who is rich already. So she can shit on my husband's startup while she sits in $1 million townhouse and drives a Bentley or whatever the fuck she drives. Hi. Paige, you single-handedly are going to get me demonetized. So this is when they started adding Paige to the whole thing. Why Paige? I have my theories, but I'm going to repeat something for those of you who don't have Twitter. I'm going to repeat something I posted on Twitter. It's really interesting to me that all these people that talk a lot about the colonizer and the colonized are allowing a bunch of white people to tell them what to think. I want you to keep that in mind, okay? Just remember that. I knew that there was a long history between the two women, but what really took me by surprise was Paige's own tweets. Out of nowhere, she brought up elitism, because now elitism is anti-Jewish. I also want to say that business and work ethic is an important, repeating the same thing. This is a blatant anti-Semitic dog whistle. Now, first of all, I'm so tired of the word dog whistle. Your whole thing is, what's the word I'm looking for, people? Her whole thread is what? There's a word for this, and I can't remember. This is a blatant, and not just a mean comment as some would think. These two tweets were also liked by the Hartouche account. So now, because Paige said something and Hartouche hit like, which comes, again, how do you know? Because you're following him. And why are you following him? I also want to say that elitism is real. She don't work because she don't have to. YouTube was just an identity to her besides some guy's wife. Paige, you are shady. I love it. All right. So now Paige is anti-Semitic too, apparently. Is bullshit on fire? No, I was looking for one of those white knighting, I think is the word. So then comes poll number 3. Do you believe Paige was the one who chose to use anti-Semitic language, or that she was advised by someone to use the wording? Again, leading the audience to vote based on the freaking question. She chose it was 58.5% and 41.5% she was told to. Much like you were told to write this whole thing, right, Elinetta? Even though you're going to deny it now on a video, apparently. My personal assessment is Paige did not use that dog whistle deliberately. No, but you just accused her of. She hasn't exhibited similar behavior in the past. On the other hand, Hartouche is someone who has an extensive knowledge of such signals. Still, she gave him a large platform Hartouche didn't have before. Why are you such an ass? Even though I felt someone tried to incriminate Paige, yes, you. It doesn't take away from the fact that she was fully on board with the doxing and was every bit as culpable for spreading their hateful message and causing maximum financial, psychological, and potentially physical damage. I'm going to take a break because I have something to say about this. If I'm not mistaken, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, isn't it true that around this time, what's her fucking name? Sam claimed that she had a mental situation and she had to seek medical advice? Please tell me yes or no, because I need to remember if this was the time when she did this. Hi, Bruce. And by the way, I'm petting my dog because I am so mad. I'm getting mad again, and I didn't mean to. So yes, okay. I'm gonna mention something that I wasn't gonna mention now, but I'm gonna mention it now. And Paige, if you don't want me to talk about this, just tell me. But if you didn't know, if you don't have access to Twitter, this morning, Paige actually made a comment about the fact that she was going through postpartum depression. Can I say it? I'm not going to read it. I just want to know if it's okay if I can say it. Is Paige still here? I don't know if Paige's still here. It's okay, sweetheart. Mommy's fine. She's not here. All right. Sorry, Paige. She was talking about the fact that she was already having postpartum issues. Okay, cool. She was talking about the fact that she was going through postpartum depression, and she also mentioned that she was not doing well. All right. I'm not going to put you all the way on the spot. I just wanted to add you. There have been other people that have come forward explaining how bad they felt. Among them, because by the way, this is not just for YouTube creators. This has been against other people that support those creators. Angelo actually talked about a situation that was heartbreaking to read, where he wanted, I'm not going to say it either, but you know what I'm trying to say. My answer to Angelo was, your train was the bridge on Lake Jessup here in Florida on 417. And I said this on the other channel. I didn't say it here. I try not to bring it up here because this is supposed to be fun for me. Between the whole thing with the mystery illness and this whole 16 months of these people pounding me to the ground, I had made a decision, and it was Lake Jessup, because for some reason I thought that if I made the car jump the bridge, because I love water, it wouldn't hurt as much. And I was on the phone with a friend, and I've said this before. And I said to my friend, and I had been talking about the trip to Maryland and all this other stuff. So the idea of me getting in the car and driving off was not necessarily a tip off. But I was talking to my friend on the phone, and I said, I just feel like getting in the car and just driving. Just driving. And I don't know if it was my voice, if it was what I was saying, what the hell it was, but he figured out what I was trying to say. Now, mind you, what he didn't know and he found out this morning is that I was on Lake Jessup when I was saying this. And he says something that I'm not going to repeat because it's personal between him and me, and I'm here, but he's not on social media. And he said to me, if this, then don't do it. And when I heard the voice, the way he was talking to me, I realized that he knew what I was trying to say. And so I started crying, and I stopped the car because I was ready. I was ready. And a lot of you have come to my DMs and have talked to me. A lot of people have talked to me since this whole thing happened. And let me explain two things to you guys. And some of you have mentioned this on your DMs. I have always said that what people think about me is none of my business, good or bad, because it's all about what you feel. And this is true for everybody. Every single person that you know, whether you like them or you don't, it's based on your own experience. It has nothing to do with the person itself. That's why sometimes you meet somebody and you don't like them, and then you get to know them and you love them. That's why it happens, okay? The problem is that when you have 16 months of people telling you to kill yourself, to leave the internet, that you're a liar, that you're a scammer, that you are a racist, a homophobe, a xenophobe. This was supposed to be fun. This was not supposed to be like this. And I don't mind if they call me fat and ugly, because I know I am. But when you start calling my credibility and my integrity into question, or questioning my motives, or questioning why things happen, yeah, I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that. And even though I know that what they think about me is none of my business, after 16 months of hearing all the shit, and seeing how the people that used to like me, that are now haters, were embraced by that group to keep attacking me, it gets to you. And let's be clear, Paige, Angelo, and I have talked about the mental health issue and this situation. Ali and Nick, their sobrieties were put into question because of attacks by these people. But we have to care about Sam and Ellie's mental health. And I am not as nice a person as Paige, because Paige was really nice on Twitter and said something to the effect of, I don't wish her any ill will, or whatever. I don't wish anybody ill will. But if you think that I'm going to have any sympathy for either Sam or Ellie, you're insane. Because when I was begging them, especially with the fucking Bo Derek account, to leave me the fuck alone. Sam said, I can't control what my fans do. Really, bitch? Because it seems like you were controlling a lot of things. And I don't care if you were or not, because that's none of my business. But you knew, and you let them do it. And that's where I have a problem. You ran Angelo and Paige out of social media, and you were celebrating it. And the only crimes that we have committed here, Angelo and me, is that we support Paige, we support Dustin, we support a lot of people that you don't like. I'm not... Should I read the rest of the thread, or do you guys get what I'm trying to say? So I can move on to the debacle that happened after the thread. Just hit 1 if you want me to keep reading it. Hit 2 if you want me to move on to what happened last night. I know, you guys. Okay, so let's get to number 2. So last night, and I want to thank this person, but I'm not going to name her unless she tells me it's okay to name her, because she got me all the screenshots. Last night, we got a little surprise. I'm trying to find a tweet so I can show it to you guys before I read it to you. And I am going to read it so you don't have to. Kelly, that's funny. So the tweet reads, that's when I decided to tell the truth. We participated in a witch hunt because we were convinced and manipulated into believing lies. That's my fault. My fault. No, that's my fault. Can't even spell, but that's another story. I should have done my own research. After you left the group, I should have reached out. I don't care who he was writing to. Give a crap. Now, I'm also going to read the tweet that alerted me to this situation. I'm not going to name the name. If you want to say who you are, you can say it on the comment section, but I'm not going to say your name. Oh, so let me get this straight. That thread was all a lie. Accusations and flat out lies being put out, names being confirmed, and it wasn't even true. Wow. I'm so disgusted. Seems to me there are apologies and explanations to be said to specific people, like immediately. At which point I answered, are you talking about the thread that happened when I deactivated in December? The same one I said the first 3 segments were not logical, so I stopped reading, and then someone called me ignorant because I refused to read it? That thread? And of course, this person then proceeded to send me more screenshots of what was said. And the reason why I'm bringing up by the way, the screenshots are all public. So these people cannot bitch that we're exposing DMs of any kind. We're not. I'm going to read you a few of them because I'm in that mood. So there's an account called Plutonium Praxis. I don't know who this person is. I don't care, but apparently they're white knighting for LA. You are only expected to agree that if she rolls back out with her tail between her legs, which I promise she will do, you will let her live her life. That's it. She really does understand. She effed up it badly with the women of color, with the WOC. I'm assuming it's women of color. FYIY, she has unblocked you. I pointed out that it was rude and she agreed. She's just been frightened. I agree she's fragile in more than one sense of the word, but I'm here to defend her because because I like her, and she's also very fragile mentally right now. That's it. You're right. So I have to give a shit because she's fragile. But when I was sitting on a bridge thinking about ending my life, leaving my 28-year-old daughter and my 52-year-old husband, and all my friends and my family and my mother and everybody else, you didn't give a shit about my fucking mental health. When I have asked repeatedly to have that little person that you have making jib jabs and annoying the fuck out of me, to stop, you don't give a shit about my mental health, or Paige's, or Dustin's, or Nick, or Allie, or Nessa, or Shelby. Should I continue naming the names of the people that you guys don't give a fuck about, but we have to give a fuck about you? No, we don't. I'm just going to read them like... Now, Kismet. Remember Kismet? Remember Kismet? She's a liar. She knew certain things weren't a debate. Furthermore, people were clearly telling her to reel in her condescending tone, and she flip and start gaslighting. I was one of the people telling her to stop, and she refused. Gaslighting. That's the freaking word I was looking for, and I couldn't remember. The whole entire thread was a gaslighting attempt for everybody that was on this side of the aisle. But her ass... But she's fragile, people. Listen to this. The kind of heat she's getting for all the detective work, etc. Personally, I believe she has been thrown under the bus, and I truly believe that. Thrown under the bus by who? Hi, Angelo. Buy yourself some a Kleenex and put some ice on those bags. We collectively can't be running around with puffy eyes because of all the crying that happened today. Also language. Thank you, sweetheart. Thrown under the bus by whom? I'm just curious. Who threw her under the bus? Because I didn't throw her under the bus. None of us did. Because here's the thing that here's the thing that bothers me the most. None of us. We all try to stay on our lane until they keep poking and poking and poking until we're tired of it. But we're the wrong ones. We are the wrong ones. On the other hand, I'm not going to defend racial insensitivity. I'm trying to approach them differently. I'm going to say something that I said before for those of you who weren't here before, and I realize that some of you don't like me because I repeat myself. I'm old. Fuck you. You all let white people, and by white people I mean Sam, Ellie, T Trigger, because yes, he's white, to tell you what to think about what people say. What does anybody remember? What was it? The word that Nick used? Puppet master. Puppet master. I have never, ever heard puppet master used as a Jewish dog whistle. I have heard puppet master as in people conniving things, you know, from the sidelines, blah, blah, blah. But I've never heard puppet master as a xenophobic term, anti-Semitic term. Yeah, but they did. They called them that. And now, and by the way, I let you hear the freaking video. She said that she volunteered to do this for Sam. And by the way, Ellie, because I know at some point you're going to watch this, let's be clear. You can delete the video. I already have it. So if I decide to chop it up and put all the things together, I have no problem doing it because I already have it. So you might as well leave it. And if you want to know exactly, the timestamp is exactly at 19 minutes when she says that. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for you. I have no sympathy for you. What you put Paige through, what you put Joe through, what you put Angelo through, because Angelo broke my fucking heart. Because I know exactly where he was when he thought that, because I was in the same place. Not literally, I was not in front of a train. I think a train would have been painful, but my ass thought water was going to be less painful. I was going to drown, so I don't see the logic, but you know what I'm trying to say. The bottom line is this. They went on a complete meltdown on Twitter in public for everybody to see. I have all the screenshots. If you want to see them, I'll figure out a way of getting some of them to you. And the bottom line is this. They have an internal fight with each other for whatever reason. I don't know, and I don't care because it's none of my business. where they basically admitted that everything was a lie. And then Ellie decided to say, no, it's not a lie. I have 25 dislikes. Damn, Josh, you're good. By the way, I was looking for you on TikTok and I couldn't find you. I want to see this animal. I thank you, Paige. Thank you for using logic. Yeah, but you know, the problem now is that because I use logic, they're going to say that I think I'm smarter than them, and that's why I use logic, because that's their logic. Whatever. They're making excuses today that it's not about the thread, but they clearly admitted they participate in witch hunts to take bigger channels down. You can't take that back, Trigger. Let me say something about Trigger. I don't know if you guys remember this. I think I posted it on a video, which, by the way, he left a comment on, where he said that he was taking his lead from the big drama channels. Now we know which big drama channel he was talking about. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. So I'm trying to find the really annoying ones, because every time I heard them talking. Oh, and then drama parody, I guess, got kicked to the curb too. My sources have presented literal proof, but okay, go off. Tell her to defend herself because the truth is lurking. I'm trying to find one because I believe Sevo Dart 2. I don't know who Sev is. I know you guys do, but I don't know. I didn't even know who Shelby was until we ended up in a ballet performance on a Jib Jab. I mean, I had heard of Shelby, but I hadn't seen him. He's hilarious, by the way. Go check him out. Sev has been bullying me since January 19th. I stay quiet and in my own lane. You would be disgusted if you've seen the things she's been saying about me and other people. So obviously the entire group is imploding. But let's keep it real for a second. I don't know if you guys remember when the two parties happened. And by the way, by no means am I saying the other side is squeaky clean, because they're not. There's a person with very big influence on this side of the coin that has said some horrible things about me. And the reason why I know that they know that I know, and that I know that they know that I'm talking about them, is because they blocked me on Twitter. And if you have nothing to hide, why would you block me on Twitter? I'm just curious. But anyway, everybody has skeletons in their closets. Everybody has done things that they're not proud of. The majority of these people on this side of the aisle are nice people. I don't know the other side because I refuse to engage with the other side. But here's the thing. When the whole thing with the drama channels talking about drama channels started, I made a comment about these people are coming from a bad place, and that's why I don't like them. Unfortunately, Bruce started at that time. Dramalene started at that time. Not Another Drama Channel and Drama and Opinions all started around the same time. But I separated those from that group because they were not doing drama. Well, back then, Bruce was not doing drama on drama. But I said they're coming from the wrong place. And because they're coming from the wrong place, I don't want anything to do with them. And obviously, I was right. Now, do I think that Sam is involved? I don't care. I don't give a damn. Who performed in that person's channel? I didn't. Had nothing to do with me. Yeah, madam, you're disgusting because you said hoes, but these people have been have been doing the most for the longest time. And here's the thing. The other thing, other than the fact that what people say about me is none of my business, the other thing that you guys have brought up is the fact that you shouldn't let people get to you this way. I have been bullied my entire life. I have. Since I was 12 on up. I have been fortunate enough to have some of my previous bullies apologize to me, which is a surreal experience, by the way. But the bottom line is this. These people have been merciless. And I realize that it's on the internet. And some people say, well, it's on the internet. Who cares? Um, I live on the internet. And right now, we all do because we all are stuck in our houses or whatever. No matter where you are in the world, right now, you're not supposed to leave the house. Okay? For me, this was supposed to be fun. It's the first time that I have something that's mine. I'm not somebody's daughter, somebody's wife, somebody's sister, somebody's mother. I'm just me. And this is oh, the ballet. Yeah. This was supposed to be just for fun. And I allowed myself to get to a place where I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And I'm seriously considering ending it all because it's like not ending, not me, the channel. Because this person that we're talking about in the comments section, who makes a lot of crap about me, one of the things that they said is their dying channel. The only reason why my channel is dying is because I'm not posting content. And the reason why I'm not posting content, and be advised, if Ali was here, she would confirm this. I have screenshots upon screenshots for stories upon stories. And I will take the screenshots, put them on iMovie, set them up in the order I want them, get ready to either voice them or write the script for them. And I sit here and I don't want to do it because I'm wondering what they're going to say about me because I have this opinion or that opinion on somebody. And that is a horrible, for somebody that's a writer, because I've been a writer all my life, for somebody that's a writer, it's the worst place you could possibly be. But I have sat here in this same desk and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it anymore. Which goes to the question that I was asked not too long ago, that why wasn't I posting content? That's why. I decided to start doing live streams every Friday because it would force me to sit in front of the computer. But to be honest with you, they have sucked all the fun out of it. And I was talking to my friend today that was trying to calm me down. And one of the things that I actually said was, the person that I'm the most mad at is me. Because number one, what people think about me is none of my business. And number two, I shouldn't have let them get to me. But 16 months later, I did. I just did. After 16 months of just getting, I don't mess with anybody. I'm not a big creator. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a person that likes to sit in front of a computer and talk for an hour or 20 minutes or whatever the fuck, and just give my opinion and stuff. And I have said it time and time again. This is supposed, yes, sometimes there's more serious topics, but the idea was to have fun with it. And since April of last year, and you guys have seen it because if you look before April, I had a lot of videos and now I don't have that many. It just sucks. And the sad part about it is that I love making videos. I even love editing, even though I yell at the computer for the whole time I'm doing it. And I get so angry when things don't come out the way I want them. But I actually love it. I do. I love this, and I love sitting here and doing live streams and talking to you guys because I can talk to you one-on-one. And that's why I was starting to do the premieres, because when I have a premiere, I can talk to you and see your reaction right when it happens. And and I have allowed these people to suck the fun out of it. And as far as an apology, and if they're going to apologize to Dustin or to Paige or to anybody, I have to be honest with you. Would anybody give a shit if they apologize? Because I know I wouldn't. Because I don't believe them. I know for a fact that while they're having this whole argument on social media, they're probably plotting behind the scenes what their next move is going to be. We're in the middle of a world crisis where people are dying of a freaking virus that is a disaster. And the way the world leaders are dealing with it is an even bigger disaster. And you are sitting around plotting to destroy people just for your amusement. Let that sink in. We are the bad guys, but you people are actively seeking to destroy people for the sole purpose of your amusement. And that's supposed to be funny. And I realized that I don't have that mind, because that's another thing that I was telling my friend. I was like, you have to understand that I have never purposely hurt somebody in my life. The people that I hurt, I've hurt by accident. Whether I get mad at them or whether I just want to deck them or whatever. I have never in my entire 53 years of life hurt somebody on purpose. Never. And these people are purposely trying to fuck over every single one of us. Just because they wanted Sam to come back. Now, and here's my theory on that. If you really have that much faith in your talent and your skill as a drama channel, why would you need to destroy anybody else? You could reclaim your throne just by posting content, posting good content. I'm just saying. And kicking people while they're down, and I mean me, Angelo, Joe, and Paige, taking advantage of the fact that Ali and Nick had been open about their struggle with their sobriety. And I realized that Nick added to it, but that's beside the point. Nobody should be talking about nobody else's sobriety but the people involved. And if you have somebody saying something on social media, you should take it seriously. Even if you think there's a possibility that they're manipulating, you should take it seriously. And just because I have no sympathy for you or Ellie doesn't mean that I'm not aware that, shit happens and you just shouldn't. It's not funny. Let's put it that way. And for you to kick people while they're down just so you can get up, not only Sam, but all of her little tea stains disgust me. And whether you're a new tea stain or an old tea stain, if you're sitting around Twitter harassing people, bullying people, questioning, Shelby, I forgot Shelby, questioning people's mental health, questioning people's attitudes, getting people to the point where they blow off on social media, and then you have the gall to say that they're being aggressive. I'm sorry, you've been harassing us for how long now? And we are the aggressive ones? No, we're not. We're definitely not. And I'm going to say something. I said this on Twitter, but I don't know how many of you have Twitter. I know Madame hasn't seen any of this. Well, maybe she has, but as far as I know, she hasn't. When I get angry at somebody or at something, I might be angry for an hour. And I made the joke, maybe 2 hours if it's my husband. I don't recall ever being this angry in my entire freaking life. When my friend called me, I had been stewing on this for 10 hours. And for what I understand, because I don't remember any of it, he says that I was yelling for 25 minutes straight. The only thing I do remember telling him is, you've never seen me like this, and you better not see me like this, because if I could throw everything in this house at the walls and not have to clean it up, my entire house would be on the floor right now. Because I wanted to destroy things. I wanted to punch something. And I even told him, I don't hit the wall because then I'll break my hand and I'll be pissed and with a broken hand. The only reason. And his answer, which, gotta love him, he goes, the bedroom wall is gypsum board. Just go hit that one. These are the friends I have. But the bottom line is this. I remember Peterman and Ashley Kyle doing videos about being afraid of saying things because of the bullies in the playground kind of situation. It goes both ways. I have said in several occasions that I'm afraid of posting stuff because I don't want to deal with the bullying that comes after. Specifically from one person, Sheldon. I don't do a good impersonation, but you know who I'm talking about if you watch his life. I don't give a shit what you say or what you think about me. I really don't. But this has to stop. All these people that are sitting here on my chat are nice people. And I have mentioned some of you by name. I haven't mentioned, hey, B-Rat, I haven't mentioned all of you by name, but I know that there's a lot of other people that have been bullied on, especially on Twitter, for just having an opinion that is not the same as yours. The world does not revolve around you, and people have a right to have an opinion. People don't have to agree with you. The perfect example that I always use, and I think she's already gone, but the one perfect example that I've always used on this is Paige. Paige is my daughter's age, so I've always had a soft spot for her. And she reminds me of my daughter a lot because, unlike most millennials, Paige is a hustler. She likes to work hard. So does my daughter. And they have some opinions that I sit there and go, what? There is not one video, except for maybe the Jackie Aina video where she was defending herself, where I haven't found something that I disagree with Paige on. Not one. Every time she makes a video, there's something that I go, no. But you know what? She's an adult. She has a right to have an opinion that's not the same as mine. I don't have a problem with that at all. There have been entire videos that she has done that I'm like, nah, I don't agree with you. And so have some of you all that are sitting on the comment section right now, on the chat. That doesn't mean that I'm going to sit on my soapbox and call her what you people have called her because you don't agree with her. I forgot Saya. Saya? You people have been merciless with this girl. And you have the gall to say, and that's the tweet that I was looking for, because there was a tweet where they said something to the effect of the dehumanization of Black people in America has not been experienced in any other country. I understand that Americans tend to be like, think that the world revolves around us. It don't. It really doesn't. If you think that the only racism against Black people who were slaves is in the United States, you're a moron. I have sat on this fucking chair and actually done the numbers. In countries or islands like Puerto Rico had slavery twice as long as you did. Mexico had longer slavery than you did. Colombia, Venezuela, all the Spanish countries around America, they all had slavery longer than you did. Canada had slaves. Great Britain had slaves. Every country has had some form of slavery of some sort. So for you to think that the only place where a minority has been dehumanized by during their treatment in a country is very, I don't want to say obtuse, but yes, you are obtuse. Maybe you need to look up in the dictionary what I'm trying to say by that, because I'm supposedly think that I'm smarter than you. No, I just like words. I write for a living, you moron. Of course I know words. I don't know what else to say. Africa has slaves. And yeah, we're not going to get into that, but yeah. I don't know what else to say. I honestly don't. I am, it angers me that these people just admitted that this whole thing was faked, because it makes me question what else did they fake. What else did they fake? Am I supposed to think that any of these people have any integrity or any credibility now? I mean, we canceled Mango for less. All Mango did was fake a freaking collab with Shannon Rose. These people have gone after all kinds of people. And the part that bothers me the most, and by the way, yes, I'm going to bring it up. I don't give a shit. I have lost subscribers, friends, online friends, viewers, patrons, and of course, in conclusion, money because of every time you people attack me. I have. I can actually prove it with dates and everything. Every time I lose, and except for now, because of course the coronavirus, I'm assuming I'm going to lose patrons, but the rest of the time, I have lost patrons every time one of these people attacks me. I am very aware that the reason why they hang on that person's every word is because she likes to attack me, Shelby, and vice versa, because we don't agree with them. And so, like I said in the beginning, every single person except for my first person that doxed me and threatened to kill me, every single person that has ever said anything bad about me is associated somehow with that group. Becky with the good batteries. They tried to ruin people and they are still here. These trolls aren't winning. I don't know that I want to be here anymore, Joe, though. I really don't. I mean, I love this. I absolutely love this. I am not saying that, Shelby, because I don't have the accent down. You're making me laugh, and this is not supposed to be funny. By the way, I could not breathe. I was laughing so hard when I saw that. Hopefully, the next time you do a live stream, I'm actually there on the live stream because I didn't know you were streaming when that happened. But that was funny as hell. Linda, I'm just tired. I'm tired. I mean, here's the thing. I knew there was always going to be somebody that didn't like what I had to say or whatever, and we're going to get snippet with me or whatnot. But it's been 16 months, babe. And I block them, and I mute them, and I don't listen to them. And when they come to the channel, I just take them out of the channel. And I try very hard to live my life and not even, of course, you had to do that before the day was over. I've done everything in my power to not let them get to me. But at this point, it angers me even more. Shelby, you're terrible. Did she really say that? Was it any? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, and that pisses me off is I have a list of like 20 videos, and I might even do them because I already have the screenshots, even though the tea is so stale, it's like frozen. But yeah, that's my baby. That's Black Eye. My seizure, drug dependent dog. And the funny thing is that I wanted to like take advantage of this cluster of circumstances that we're living in. I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna make more content because I'm gonna be home anyway, so I might as well." And watching this all go down last night, and then reading, because I read a lot of tweets last night that these people have posted, where they're basically trashing each other to death. And by the way, don't think for a second I don't think this is part of the act. If you really think that I believe T Trigger when he says that he was led to believe something, bullshit. They knew what they were doing. And they can sit there and look me in the face, look me in the eye and tell me, I swear to God, I didn't know what was going to happen. Yeah, you did. This was all calculated. And the problem is that right now, thank you, Twinkle Toes. Don't leave that. Let them win. I don't know. And the only part that bothers me about that is that I do have patrons, and that I did tell my patrons that I was going to start doing stuff, and I have not been able. I can't think straight. I'm telling you, yesterday at about 1 o'clock in the morning, I was eating a snack. I don't eat after 8 p.m. because of the IBS, and I was eating a snack, and then I got a stomach ache because I was eating at 1 o'clock in the morning. And the entire time I'm thinking, isn't it like women that get stomach aches when they're about to have a heart attack? And then I was so paranoid that I was going to have a heart attack that I sat in my bed doing breathing exercises because I was terrified I was going to have a heart attack and nobody was going to hear me. That's how bad it got. And I could not bring it down. I brought it down now because I have to behave on my own stream, but it was a disaster. Your voice is special, Rox. I've watched a lot of creators for many years, and trust me, oh, that's so sweet, Skip. I hope they find my sock account. I use it for porn, and I have no. I can't with you. I believe her treatment and the current treatment of others are a continuation of that thread. Oh, most definitely. And the fact that she went ahead and went and privated her account. She blocked a whole bunch of people. Again, if you have the truth and this thread was the truth, you don't have to hide it. You really don't. So I don't understand. We need the voice of reason on here, so no. Imagine being so unhappy sitting on Twitter 24/7 bullying. I actually pity them. Feed me. Here's the thing. That's one of the things that I was talking about with one of my friends that has nothing to do with this. Vice versa, you're terrible. I'm not reading that comment. Thank you, but no leaving. Take a break, then come back. Their asses have been revealed. Now it's time to shine. It's always darkest before the dawn, and right when you're ready to quit is when you keep going. You're wanting me to cry, aren't you? Thank you, beauty heathen. I am the ultimate beggar. Shelby, you know what's really funny? Now let's talk about the e-begging thing. For those of you, because I know Shelby and vice versa weren't here when it happened. Last year, I had a situation where I had absolutely no money. No money. I'm telling you, I had like 30 cents left to my name. And I was talking on a live stream and I said, I'm hungry, because I was. I took a picture of my freaking fridge. My fridge was empty. I had a water bottle and I think I had beer. And that's it. I had like 2 beers and a water bottle. I think that's all I had. And y'all came and gave me like $75. I have PayPal, I have Venmo, I have all this stuff, right? I took the $75 because the beauty of PayPal is that you can transfer it immediately and take it out. I took the $75 and I went to Publix because it's the closest store I had because I didn't have any money for gas. And it was one of those situations where the paycheck was coming, but it was like 3 days away. And I went to the grocery store and I bought groceries and I took a picture of the groceries. And everybody that donated was like, you don't have to take a picture of the groceries. And I'm like, no, I want to prove to you that I'm not messing with you. I am hungry. And I took a picture of that. Hey, Allie. I took a picture of that and I put it on Twitter. Now, 2 months later, what do you want me to read? Oh, what you said? Hold on. This from PayPal account, Avid Beggar Funds. You're terrible. 2 months later, my husband and my daughter and I were going to Texas, December 14th, to celebrate our anniversary, which is December 19th. And we picked Texas because my husband's family lives in Texas. And 2 days before we were supposed to take off, my husband got fired. And at that point, I canceled the reservation for the car. I canceled the reservation for the dog hotel. I canceled everything. And I said, we're not going. And between my husband's family, my sister, and you guys, we pulled together, I think it was something like $1,100 so that we could actually rent a car and go to Texas. We had to take the dog because I had canceled the thing. And around that time of the year, you can't cancel something like that. But those are my 2 crimes for avid begging. Mind you, I've had weeks where I don't eat because I want to make sure that my husband and my daughter, who are the ones that actually work, eat so they can go to work. But those were my 2 big crimes. And for that, I'm called the avid beggar. I've been called a scammer. For those of you who don't know, these people actually went on Facebook. I don't know how, and I don't, at this point, I don't care. But I had listings for things that I was selling because I was trying to stay head above water. And these people actually posted that I was scamming people and stuff, and I lost sales because of that. They have done the most. And like right now, I told you guys I want to move to Maryland. I'm gonna have to like delay it for 6 months because of this stupid virus. But I had said to my daughter, as soon as I get back home, I'm gonna start selling everything I own. I'm terrified that I'm gonna start selling stuff and they're gonna start trashing me again, and I'm not gonna be able to sell anything again. Because this time I have a reason. It is what it is. I can't, Hey Alicia. Hey half Korean Jeannie. How you been? They ran so many people off. It's so wrong. I hope you come back now. Yes, I think there's some very fishy things going on. It's all deliberate. I know it's deliberate. I'm just scammer too. They just recycle insults. No, Skip. I was the original. Shelby is just getting my leftovers, I guess, because I'm. In fact, the name they have for me on one of those obscure freaking guru gossip locale, whatever the hell the name of the thing is I'm the avid beggar. Yeah. Because I asked for money twice. I don't know what to say. I force myself to pay my Wi-Fi bill, my electricity, my eating habits, my drug addiction, my rent, my car note, my many petties, my budget. I'm not saying that part. It is what it is. Anyone who has any type of donation link or super chat by those trolls thinking are avid beggars, even those trolls with YouTube accounts are then avid beggars. But again, they all have, actually, I'm going to prove it. I am going to prove it because I have, where's her video? Oh, the only highlight of my day today is that you guys know my mom is on lockdown and I haven't seen her since last Wednesday. And today they Skyped so that I could see her. So I actually talked to my mom today. So right before I got here, I got that. So that's why I wasn't that mad. But if you look at here, it says buy me a coffee right there. Coffee is an app where you donate to people. That was Elinata's thing. If I go to, we all know about the cat and the teenager in the PayPal. I'm just tired. I'm really tired. I'm not trying to look for sympathy or for you people to beg me or I'm just 16 months is a lot. And then to find out this is all for nothing because these people just wanted her to come back. Well, this is the theory. They just wanted her to come back and be on top. Are you freaking kidding me? You basically destroyed my life, had me on a fucking bridge, crying my eyeballs out. For Sam to get back on the drama game? Really? No. I'm sorry. Hey, Carrie. I have a Patreon. Guess I'm a beggar too. Rox, I'll knit us some fingerless gloves and get some tin cups. Yeah, we need some of those. It is what it is. And of course, I might be thinking that way today, and tomorrow I'll have a video posted on Patreon so I can post it on Monday. I don't know. I can tell you that I have sat here way too many days thinking, oh, I have this great video about how somebody messed up. Thank you, Amy. This great video about how this person messed up by making a really dumb freaking comment, and Dustin just And we all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention. Hey, Christina. I love you too, sweetheart. So that's so childish. They are literally stuck in 2016. There is room for everyone in this community. It's grown a lot. It has. And you know, it's not like she had a tiny channel. She had enough of what time is your life, Shelby? Oh yeah. Everybody that has a channel, please put like the purple hearts on your comments so people can go and check you out. Jamie here? He better not be here. I don't have anything to say to that person. That's another one that, oh, mental health. Woohoo, poor me. Sorry. Mental health is not an excuse for being a shitty. And by the way, before I leave, I do have to say this, and I'm going to repeat it because I actually believe this with all my heart. You cannot excuse your shitty behavior. Did Shelby say what time the thing was going to be? You cannot excuse your shitty behavior with your mental health ailment. You're just a shitty person that happens to have mental health ailment. That is not minimizing your mental health issues. What I'm saying is that you're not going to use your mental health issues as a shield for being a shitty person, because all you are is a shitty person. I don't think I have to be clearer than that, but apparently I do. So can somebody please tell me when his life is going to be? Jamie is one of the tea stains, Carrie. He is the stalker of he's Martin Lewis stalker. Can't wait to see what you have to say. All of this, of course he does. Where do you guys see? Because I'm not seeing it. Because if I would have seen him, I would have taken him out already. It's the one, yeah, it's the one that stalked Martin, made his life a living hell, and doesn't understand that he's being used, unfortunately. Oh, he's not in the chat? Okay. Well, nobody cares. Anyway, I'm going to go because, like I said from the beginning, I'm amazed it lasted this long. The internet signal is bad. I'm going to leave the thing up. It's okay. I don't know. We can talk later. I'm just going to go and finally take a nap because I haven't slept since yesterday. So, love you all very much. Thank you for being here. And thank you for all the people that participated in one way or the other. I didn't read all your comments, but I know you support me. So thank you so much. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.